I'm gonna suggest that you begin every meal, sometimes fast, but I'm gonna suggest that you always begin every meal by praying. Every meal. And this will be really challenging to some of you. Look, for our grandparents, it may not have been challenging. For many of us today, this is gonna be very challenging. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Always begin every meal with prayer. Because here's what happens when you pray before a meal. When you sit there and before you eat that salad, you pray, what happens is two things. One, over time, if you do it every time, eventually you begin to truly appreciate that in a way that you haven't before. And it lets you know, it reminds you, it ingrains into your brain the truth that that meal was not promised to you and that the next one's not either. You begin to believe, and it's a little bit scary, that you are not as self-sufficient as you want to believe that you are. You begin to believe that maybe if certain things happen, you will be inadequate to provide for yourself and for your family. But here's the other thing. That's the first realization. But the second realization that happens when you pray over and over again before the meal is that you begin to realize that while you might be inadequate, you are in a relationship with a God who is wholly adequate. That yes, you can prepare for your future and your family's future if things happen under certain circumstances, but that you have a relationship with the one who can provide for you and your family regardless of the circumstances. You look at a pie chart and maybe there's a sliver of it. If things go this way, then you can provide within that. But if you have a relationship with God, he can provide no matter what happens. I'm gonna encourage you to begin every meal with prayer. And here's the fringe benefit of that. Praying before a meal is one of the best ways to, in a non-aggressive way, demonstrate to others that your faith is really important to you. When you are in the cafeteria, or when you're out to lunch with some colleagues, and you take just 5 seconds to bow your head, and you say, "Thank you, God, for this daily bread." It's nothing that you have to say. It's nothing that you have to do. It's not an awkward conversation. It's awkward to kneel your head. But you never know who's gonna see you do that and what conversation that's gonna lead to in the future. Because they know that you're a person who puts your faith right at the middle of your life. And that may open up a conversation that you would have never had otherwise. I encourage you to always pray.